Hello, I have a good book for you. And one thing that makes it good is the author. The author was our 39th president, President Jimmy Carter. And he made this story up to tell his own children. And one of his children, his daughter Amy, is the illustrator. So let's get started. The Little Baby Snoogle Fleejer. Once upon a time, there was a little boy named Jeremy who lived with his mother in a small house near the sea. His mother earned a bare living for the two of them by washing dishes for some of the wealthy families in their town. Jeremy loved her so much and was proud when he could help her with chores around the house. Being crippled, Jeremy was not able to run and play with other children, but he could move around using his crutches. He enjoyed reading and studying, and he was a happy child. One of Jeremy's favorite places was on some big rocks near the beach. It was in a spot that was protected from the strong ocean breezes, and it usually warmed. Starting this page over. Being crippled, Jeremy was not able to run and play with other children, but he could move around using his crutches. He enjoyed reading and studying, and he was a happy child. One of Jeremy's favorite places was on some big rocks near the beach in a spot that was protected from the strong ocean breezes and usually warmed by the sunshine. His mother had taught Jeremy to swim when he was quite young, and he enjoyed being in the water. He limped slowly when he was on the shore, but he felt free and at home in the waves. The other children played on the beach, and he would watch them at their games. They never asked him to join, and sometimes one of the larger boys would try to make him cry and tease him, and it made him feel bad because he couldn't play chase or play tag the way the other kids did. However, he was a brave lad, sure of his mother's love, and he was content even though he could not join in on the children's games. One summer day, Jeremy was watching the other children playing volleyball on the beach when suddenly there was a commotion in the sea. Something large and strange was approaching them, appearing every now and then above the surface of the water. It must be porpoises, someone said, might even be a whale. All of a sudden, an enormous head came out of the waves, and the frightened children screamed, "It's a sea monster!" They all ran away as fast as they could, all except Jeremy. He reached for his crutches, but one of them slid off the rock and fell on the sand just as the strange creature was coming out of the ocean. The monster's eyes were as big as softballs. Its ears hung down like large burlap bags. There were spines on top of its head and down its back, and there seemed to be 100 huge teeth in its gaping mouth. The beast was horribly ugly and frightening, but strangely seemed to be smiling. Jeremy was almost too frightened to move and could only wait to be eaten as the monster drew closer. "Don't be afraid," the creature said. "I'm not going to hurt you." Jeremy was so amazed to hear these words, or any words at all, that he stopped scrambling for his crutch. Finally, he was able to talk. "Who are you? What are you? Where did you come from? How did you get so large? Why are you here? What do you want?" His questions poured out, and the monster laughed. "Wait just a minute and give me a chance to answer. My home is deep in the sea. I am a baby Snoogle Fleejer. I'm very small compared to my parents. They have always warned me to come near the shore only in very lonely places. I have slipped away a few times to see if I could find a friend, but people always run away when they see me. You are the only one who has ever waited for me to get close enough to talk. You must be very brave. Would you like to play?" I would have run too," said Jeremy, "but I dropped my crutch. I don't have many friends either, and I can't play because I'm crippled." "Would you like to go for a ride? There will be a lot of people coming in a few minutes, and they may want to harm me, but we would be safe at sea. I'll be careful, and I'll bring you back after a while." Jeremy climbed onto the monster's head, and the little baby Snoogle Fleejer moved carefully out through the waves. They swam along near the shore. They asked each other a lot of questions and enjoyed each other's company. Finally, Jeremy told his new friend that he needed to get home. He didn't want his mother to worry. "Okay," said the Snoogle Fleejer. "Would you like another ride tomorrow?" They agreed that only his mother should know about his strange experience. Jeremy rushed home all excited, but when he tried to tell his mother what had happened, she interrupted him. "Hush, Jeremy, I'm busy, and I don't want to hear any more. Your imagination is running away with you. Maybe you have been reading too many books." Taken aback, Jeremy decided to keep a secret to himself. Jeremy found time to meet his new friend often, and they had great times together in the sea. Sometimes they would even go under the water for a short time, with the boy holding tightly to the Snoogle Fleejer's big ears. It was a happy time for both of them. One day, Jeremy returned home and was surprised to find his mother sitting quietly in a rocking chair. He noticed that her work was not finished, and he asked if something was wrong. "Yes, Jeremy," she replied. "I have always been honest with you, and there is no reason not to tell you the truth. I'm sorry I haven't been patient with you. For several weeks, I've been really sick. The doctor told me that I'm very ill, and the operation that I need would cost a lot of money, and I have been able to earn only enough just to pay our bills. I don't know what we can do." Jeremy tried to comfort his mother. He promised to help her move around the house, to help her more around the house. The boy was so busy taking care of his mother that he had no time to visit with the baby Snoogle Fleejer. Despite their best efforts, his mother became weaker as the days went by, spending more time in her bed. One afternoon, when his mother was resting quietly, Jeremy returned to his favorite rock. A few tears were running down his cheeks when the baby Snoogle Fleejer saw him sitting on the shore. "What's the matter?" the Snoogle Fleejer asked. "It's been a long time since I've seen you. Why are you crying?" Jeremy explained that his mother was ill and they did not have any money to pay for the operation she needed. "I wish there was something I could do." "What's money?" asked the baby Snoogle Fleejer. "Maybe I can help." Jeremy tried to explain and finally took a few copper coins out of his pocket to show his friend. "We need much more than this, though." "Do they have to be this color?" asked the monster. "No, silver coins are worth more, and gold ones are even much more valuable. Come with me," said the baby Snoogle Fleejer. They moved out into the deep water, then far down the coast until they reached some sharp rocks. "Wait here," the baby Snoogle Fleejer said, and he dove under while Jeremy swam around on the surface. He returned after a few minutes, and the boy took his usual perch on his friend's head. They swam silently to shore, and after Jeremy climbed off, the monster opened his mouth and dropped a number of coins onto the sand. Jeremy gasped. "Would these be helpful?" the baby Snoogle Fleejer asked. "There is a large chest full of them in an old wrecked ship on the bottom of the sea." Putting the coins deep in his pocket, Jeremy hurried home as fast as he could. He showed his mother the treasure. She had never seen so much money in her life and asked Jeremy 100 questions. He told her all about the baby Snoogle Fleejer and their many adventures together. She no longer questioned his story. They were both so happy, and now she could have her operation. After his mother was well again, Jeremy took her to meet his monster friend. She wanted to thank him for helping. They all became friends and enjoyed many seagoing trips together. Jeremy soon became a hero among the other children. She saw him riding, I'm going to start this page over. After his mother was well again, Jeremy took her to meet his monster friend. She wanted to thank him for helping. They all became friends and enjoyed many seagoing trips together. Jeremy soon became a hero among the other children who saw him riding on the little baby Snoogle Fleejer's head. "It's unbelievable," they said. "Jeremy really is strong and brave. All by himself, he has tamed a ferocious sea monster." I hope you enjoyed that book as much as I did. I used to read that to my own children. Have a great afternoon.